Okay, this is take 2 where me, Ann, and Benny are going to be reacting to Samurai Jack versus Afro Samurai. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Let's do this. Among the soldiers of history, the samurai and dangerous. So we're putting down 2 characters. Samurai Jack, the war prince guy, and Samurai, the war. He waves a boomstick, and it's our chance to utilize their weapons, armor, skills to find out who will win a death battle. Long ago, in a distant land, Akuda unleashed an unspeakable evil.
But a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose me. I mean him.
Yeah.
And that nameless samurai became known as
Jack.
Jack.
Jack was on.
Jack. Yo, Jack.
Jack was on.
Jack doesn't really
Yeah.
strike fear into your enemies.
Young Jack was the son of a Japanese emperor who had imprisoned Aku years before. However, upon Aku's return, the emperor and his army were quickly defeated. The last of all hope remained in the hands of his son.
Oh, look at how small he is.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
after beating the snot out of Aku, little Jack traveled the
His
world,
real name
training
is unknown.
with the best of the best.
Most notably, he learned horseback riding from a sheikh, staff fighting in Africa, wrestling from gladiators, axe throwing from a Russian boyar, mounted combat from the Mongols, martial arts from Shaolin monks, and
Archery from freaking Robin Hood. You know, everyone's favorite talking fuck.
No.
Good and lovely.
wrong Robin.
Wrong one.
Your opinion.
Jack's progress was exceptional. At just 8 years old, he defended a whole village from a band of marauders.
Wow.
Before he could even legally drink the good stuff. 17 years later, he was ready for the final boss. He just needed one more thing. His pajamas.
No.
Yes.
It's Catan.
And his katana.
Pajama, tomato, Alfredo, it's all the same. But before Jack could put his training to good use, Aku pulled a bitch move and sent
Yep.
him hundreds of years into the future.
What a waste. Just like when you spent 4 sleepless years struggling through college, and then find out too late that nobody cares about your English major.
I thought you graduated from the School of Evil Science or something.
Well, you still have to pick a
Yeah.
major.
Could have chose a more practical one, Wiz, like mine. Anyway, even though he was trapped in the future, Jack stuck to his mission to get back to the past and take down Aku. And he had
Yeah.
the right weapon for the job.
See, Aku cannot be harmed by conventional means. Thus, a special blade was forged by gods from Norse
Yeah.
and Hindu
Those 3 are from the gods we know.
And boy, is Jack's katana an extremely effective
Yep.
weapon.
It can absorb and redirect energy, including fire,
Whoa.
vaporize beings of evil, and slice through nearly any substance,
Wow.
even adamantium.
The Wolverine super metal? Why is that there?
Probably just coincidental naming,
Yeah.
but it is shown to be stronger than steel.
Of course it is. So the sword's pretty awesome.
Mm.
But so is Jack. He's strong enough to push over this giant pillar, tough enough to survive a fall from orbit,
Yep.
and fast enough to defeat 6 bounty hunters in the time it took for 1 drop of water to hit the ground.
That is fast. That was 1/3 of a second.
He's like a ninja samurai. Ninja Mirai.
Actually, he is trained in ninjutsu, which probably helped when he was forced
Whoa.
to dodge beams of sunlight. For this one in particular, it's clear Jack began dodging after the
Wow.
beam was fired. By examining both Jack and his movement frame by frame, we've concluded his highest reaction speeds must be nearly 70% the speed of light.
Wow.
Damn, that's fast. What can he do? Next thing you'll tell me he has the power to fly or something.
Well, Jack can't fly, but he did learn how to
Jump. Good.
Just
Wow.
that, by strapping a giant boulder on his back, which compared to his height can determine to weigh 39 tons.
Yes,
Jack learned
that's
how to be
heavy.
high enough to clear these trees.
Crouching tiger, hidden samurai. These trees are pretty big, and this jungle has a bunch of these ugly baboons running around. And if I were a betting man, which I am, I'd say that this is the African rainforest, where the average tree is about 130 feet
Yep.
tall. Tips on Jack from my basketball team. Guys got hopped.
We haven't even mentioned the time he survived several exploding missiles with his friend, the Scotsman.
Why does he look so familiar?
You.
I like you
That's you. He has a weapon for a foot.
And defeated Aku once and for all. But
Yeah.
it took a lot longer than it probably should have. 50 years, in fact.
Yeah, good thing time travel makes you stop aging for some reason.
Oh no.
But Jack's a good-hearted soul.
It did
Like a
change
Boy
him.
Scout who hasn't discovered Twitter yet.
He can be pretty gullible when it comes to more devious opponents. Also, he continues to prolong his lonely journey over
Wow.
and over, just because he frequently puts the needs of others before his own.
He is
So,
strong.
forces of evil should watch out.
Yep.
Samurai
You guys should watch out for him because he is the strongest person I know. Goes for you two guys. But they're not fighting him. He is fighting him. Afro Samurai.
are as many as the men who died in their pursuit.
What's so special about some strips of head cloth?
Legend says they were created by the gods, or they can grant the
Wow.
wearer supernatural powers. But in truth, the headbands only bring pain and loss. Such was the case
With Afro Samurai. Who's strong enough to do that?
Did his parents really call him Afro? Talk about setting big expectations.
Well, no, it's a nickname, but even if they did, have you seen his dad? I think they knew what he
Yeah, I guess that's a good name for a
Just look
person.
at it. Oh, and hey look, he's got the #1 headband.
Here's how this works. The person who wears the #1 headband is said to rule the world.
Wow.
And the only person who can challenge the #1 is whoever possesses the #2. In contrast, anybody can challenge the owner of the #2 for the right to wear that headband, and thus gain the right to challenge the #1.
So, like, you just work your way up so that only one guy in the world can challenge you? So where do I get one of these headbands? Then no one will mess with me.
Actually, the opposite would probably happen.
Oh.
Which young Afro witnessed firsthand when some freak named Justice showed up with the #2 and killed his father right in front of him.
Why does this always happen? You know, I always thought parenting was the hardest thing about being a dad.
Well, yeah, it basically is, but I'm having a good time with these two.
Never gonna do anything great. Or just sticking around. For them.
Despite knowing that he was effectively creating a future challenger, Justice left Afro alone to mourn his loss.
So, of course, Afro swore revenge and started learning swordsmanship under a swordmaster named Swordmaster. Who the hell is naming these people?
Through Swordmaster's training of
Eh,
sword mastery,
I don't know.
Afro learned the traditional samurai fighting styles of Kenjutsu and Kendo.
Kenjutsu is all about how to kill an opponent as fast as possible, while Kendo is more about discipline and being zen and stuff. Naturally, Afro preferred the more kick-ass one.
Right. Swordmaster's goal was to refine Afro's body and mind, instilling upon him a sense of honor, or bushido. But that didn't quite mesh with Afro's thirst for vengeance.
So, when he found out that Swordmaster had the #2 headband all along, he knew what he had to do.
You had to kill him.
And now he could take down the guy who killed his dad.
Alongside his new friend, burden,
Ninja.
Oh, come the f*** on! Where'd this guy come from?
Now don't we look like shit? How you been, man?
Well, it's not entirely clear. He's there, but at the same time, not there. Ninja is believed to be the guardian of the #2 headband, but all he ever really does is talk, and talk some more.
We got arrows and grenades and shit. You ain't got no chance, dude.
Though it's also possible Ninja
Wow, this guy has a lot of bad words for some reason.
Stress.
You know, I have an imaginary friend.
Aren't you a little old for that?
Not for Al Gundy. He's a gun who also talks to me. He tells me to do stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, to be honest, calling Afro a samurai is a bit misleading. He's actually more akin to a ronin, a samurai with no master. And so,
Ow.
with his swordsmanship perfected, Afro wandered the world searching for justice.
That's a little mature for a guy who doesn't have a
Including his
master.
father's sword. This super long blade has
Hmm.
lasted through decades of battle without much issue. Perfect for kicking some ass.
He also has a steel comb, which can be a
Well,
surprisingly
I guess he is
effective
strong.
as a tool.
But I'm gonna put my bet on Jack. You guys?
He's not afraid to play
Jack.
dirty by attacking with
Jack.
his sandals.
But
I guess
while
we
on
both
the road to
got Jack.
justice, Afro's
All three of us.
headband attracted all manner of dangerous enemies. Luckily, he's more than capable of dealing with each and every one of them.
He's strong enough to cut other swords in half,
Wow.
throw his sheath through another guy's throat, and even tear off metal arms.
Eh.
Pretty impressive, as many modern metals have
Wow.
Afro is fast enough to cut bullets out of thin air, and even a laser beam.
I should
Uh.
note that it's not a plasma-based beam. It bounces off of like a...
Huh?
I was so addicted.
If anything, it was just steering me towards destruction.
That scared me.
I think I love you. Yeah, experiment didn't need help.
Next movie.
Operated out for a life that really would.
That scared me.
It doesn't explode upon contact, and it's literally labeled a laser. This means Afro blocked a beam that moved as fast as light, more than 670 million miles per hour.
Get this, that laser beam came from a robot version of Afro. Talk about metal.
Yep.
This Afro droid could easily smash up a car, and our boy Afro just tore it apart. He survived getting hit by rockets, including
Yeah.
this RPG that fragmented a giant...
That is a real RPG. Wait. I think I smell some math coming up.
I think I smell math coming.
This tree nearby is most likely a Japanese mountain ash, which can sometimes grow as high as 30 feet.
Hmm.
With that in mind, we compared its height to the fragmentation created by the explosion, and compared the resulting surface area to the shear force or granite. With this, we deduced the RPG's highest possible explosive yield must be around 72 tons of TNT.
Hmm.
Damn, what kind of mega rocket launcher are these guys packing? Where do I get it?
Many stood in his way, and Afro didn't get through them all unscathed.
But by the end, he cut down justice, took his revenge in hand, and proved to the world that Afro Samurai
Is number one.
Why you gotta kill all my men? Why you gotta kill me?
Nothing personal. It's just revenge.
Alright, the bets are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, looking at these swords makes me want to sharpen my knives for my blue apron meal tonight.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
But did you know about all the different kinds of delicious foods you can make? Like the honey chipotle glazed chicken with poblano and lime rice.
There's plenty to choose from, since they offer 12 new recipes each week. All you have to do is choose the 2, 3, or 4 that sound best to you, and they deliver it right to your door.
Plus, it's super simple to cook. It's got easy to follow instructions and perfectly...
This is boring.
They're not GMO, and the meat has no...
This is boring.
My favorite part is
Same
feeling
here.
like a master
And
chef making
me
great
too,
and
guys.
delicious meals with
Why does they have the ads? This is a death battle, not an ad.
Knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease.
So check out this week's menu and get your first
Blue
3
Apron
meals free at
and blueapron.com/battle.
That's blueapron.com/battle to get your first 3 meals free. But
Right now, it's time for a death battle! Boom! We want Samurai Jack to win. There he is, Afro Samurai. Your sword smells of blood.
So does yours.
Fight! Get him, Samurai Jack! Don't! Hey, that's cheating!
Huh?
Oh! Whoa!
You jump good.
Thank you. lost both of his arms. Yes, he did. Let's end this. Gotta get back. Back to the past, Samurai Jack. KO!
So, like, is he gonna get his arm back?
No, I don't think so.
Afro was an exceptional warrior, and his skills would absolutely dominate most sword fights. However, Jack has had a lot of experience with opponents who fight dirty, and Afro could not stand up to his physical superiority.
Yeah, Afro never showed strength like how Jack lifted that
Yep.
39-ton boulder.
Jack could react as fast as 70% the speed of light. Afro did block that light speed laser beam, but based on the distance between him and the Afro droid, he only
That
needed
was
to react
21%.
21% the speed of light to do this, still putting him at impressive relativistic speeds, but not even half as quick as Jack.
No.
Also, while Afro survived that mega-sized RPG explosion, don't forget how Jack survived a fall
Yep.
from orbit.
While it does seem the spacesuit was responsible for Jack surviving re-entry, it certainly can't be held solely accountable for the final impact. Starting his descent from the Kármán line, or the boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space, Jack covered a distance of 60
Wow.
miles in just under 7 seconds, moving well over terminal velocity,
Thanks to being propelled by exploding space beam.
which means his top velocity was approximately 37,000 miles
Wow,
per hour.
that's
Adding
fat.
the
That's
spacesuit's
strong.
weight to his own, this means his impact force must have equaled about 19 megatons of force.
Wow.
Way more than anything Afro survived.
And then he just got up and walked away. Badass.
Yep.
In the end, Jack was just
You
too
guys,
fast,
too strong,
too
and
tough,
well,
and too well-trained for
yeah,
Afro
to.
Yeah.
No. The winner is Samurai Jack.
Thanks for watching. If you guys want exclusive commentary on the episode, just click that little box right over there.
And if you want the battle music from this episode, you can get it by clicking the link in the description.
Alright, let's see who's next. I think we know him. Carnage. Kids, that's Imaginary Carter's next opponent. Lucy. Bye, bye, bye.